Yo, what it do, man? It's your boy Smooth, a.k.a. Mr. Do What It Do, a.k.a. Always on the Move, and this is episode 35 of the Phone Home Podcast.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Two. I second, man. On Make It Right. Your boy come back on the Tuesday.
Hey, you know who it is. It's your boy AD3. Not the number, but the name, man. Big Chiefs fan, man. Just letting niggas know we in here, man.
Man, you know what it is. Mike Jupiter, Commission Cowboy. For all your mental health needs, visit myconnectcounseling.net. Tap in with the kid. Notable players that wore the number 35. DMV's finest, Kevin Durant. Sniper ass episode, baby. Let's get it.
Okay.
All praise to the Most High, man. It's your big homie Terrell Tarantino, a.k.a. Terrell Wheels, a.k.a. T-Wheels, a.k.a. T-Wheels on the tank, a.k.a. the Cara Blandada, a.k.a. the Iron Fist hitting you harder than ever, baby. Coming at you harder than ever, man. We about to make this a great episode, man. Shout out to the guys, man.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Big Darryl, live from the law, checking in episode 35, and I'm going to pass it out to our special guest.
Ooh, man, it's Quez G checking in, man. I ain't got no riddle or nothing here.
Hey,
Nice.
the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, sir. That's what we gonna call it. The man, the myth, the legend, man. Yes, sir, bro.
If you don't know, I mean, you don't need no introduction, but Pascagoula legend.
Yes, sir.
Mississippi legend.
Miss
From
legend.
Pee-wee to high school to college. Yeah, but what can't he do, Mr. Amazing? He's been from all over the coast, from all over the southern region. Senquez motherfucking Golson. Let's give it up.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we appreciate you tapping in, though, man.
Definitely.
Bill Pass said something he started doing this little number shit, you know what I'm saying, like with the episodes and naming like notable people and shit. You know, we had already was coming up with a list, and then that nigga said he said 27. I was like, wait, how the fuck we even get in my quiz? For sure, man.
Yeah.
So, bro, what's been good with you, man?
Man, I can't complain, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess, like I said, if I did, it wouldn't matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, everything been going good, smooth, still making strides, man.
For sure, bro. For sure. So, yeah, man. So, I guess we kind of just want to, bro, I think this is special for us, and I think this is special for the coast. I think this is special for Mississippi because, bro, you've accomplished so much, but you so out the way, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just cool to just, take a run down memory lane for real.
Yeah. It's important to be out the way, though, man. I think just being an athlete, especially if you, I guess it all depends on, how you want to live with different things like that. But I feel like our lifestyle is more like a fishbowl, if that makes sense. Like, traffic ticket, you in the newspaper, you feel me? Anything that you kind of do is going to be maximized or just seen on a bigger scale. So I think the biggest thing to do is just try to, stay low key, stay out the way, keep your nose clean. Just kind of how I am personality wise anyway, though. Just laid back, man. You see, y'all boys know, man, coming up through high school, y'all always the big dogs. I'm falling behind y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen what I eat. Man. Look, I used to always say, hey, y'all, watch our first leg. Watch out, you know what I'm saying? So all y'all first legs.
My senior year, I forgot. I don't know, what grade was you in my senior year? Our senior year. You was
10th grade? Had to be 10th, yep.
Yeah,
had to be 10th.
That's how you knew that my dog was special, man. My dog on the relay team with all seniors on there, but he holding it down and holding his own. Hey, you remember we went to motherfucking state, nigga? And when we get to state, South State, I remember Smooth and Two. We practicing. We see Harrison Central. They getting it. We probably somewhere laughing and joking and shit. Probably how we always do because we playing all the time. Man, we see Harrison Central over there, stick, whatever the fuck they doing. They over there, Nigga seen that shit, we like, oh, man, we gotta get right. Man, we started like Harrison Central. Niggas started roasting us.
Hey, now mind you, hey, two, these niggas, they done came in first place. Me and two, we done came in last place roasting these niggas.
We had that too.
Boys, did y'all win state that year? Oh, what place did y'all come in?
What happened with the baton? I think we came in like fourth or fifth or some shit like that.
Shit, I can't even remember that for a back, man. So much stuff be happening day to day.
But Quez, you ended up winning state though, didn't you?
My senior year, yeah, in the honey. Yeah.
You won.
Yeah,
How
we
was
got-
that, bro? How was that winning a state championship in 100?
It was good, man. I was really impressed because I feel like our top 3 runners was from the coast. You know what I'm saying? It was like me. Can't forget my boy name from Gulfport. He came in second, and then we had another coast guy. You know, so that's why I was impressed. I was like, you know, we represent that coast. You know what I'm saying?
So, bro, when did you what age was it like when you realized like shit, like nigga, I'm more gifted than most.
You know what's sad, man? I think I didn't really understand until I was done playing. Yeah. I think that's what's crazy. I think like as I'm going through life and just kind of doing my thing, I am not really a comparison guy, but once I got done and realized like, you know, how much we did, how much we accomplished, what we ended at, it's like, you know, not everybody get a chance to, you know, experience this. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was like my after reflection, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you hear kids talk, you be like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, man, you don't even understand. Especially
Well,
my
shit,
son, he love.
If you don't remember what age, hey, I'm gonna say 6. Shit, like 5 years old, nigga.
Man, look. But I remember. Come
I
on,
remember
man.
that shit.
Look.
In Pee Wee football and baseball. Fuck yeah.
Then you gotta realize, like, just honestly though, like all y'all boys older than us, you know what I'm saying? So when I come through there, you know, I'm looking up to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Seeing the way y'all do things. I don't think y'all realize, like, the way y'all handle business in the locker room to, hey, specifically, Lamar, the way you handle business in the weight room, you feel me? So they used to challenge me and Maze and them all up, like, man, hey, we trying to be strong too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, so just, even in baseball, like some of the people I played with, man, I just thought, you know, I just looked up to, you know, a lot of y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? So that just pushed my grind a little bit, like, dang, I'm trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So it never, especially when, you know, y'all a lot older, you know, y'all a lot more advanced than, you know, I was, if that makes sense. Like, when I was able to play with y'all as far from when y'all seniors and them sophomores are coming through the, you know what I'm saying? You gotta realize, man, I barely know how to backpedal, man. Then you see Martez come through there with the sweet feet.
Hey, but you know what's funny about what you just said? So me and two we be having these little conversations, and it kind of go back to what you said about not realizing it to afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like shit, while you going through it, it's like, man, ain't nobody watching you, ain't nobody paying attention. You just going through it. And then it ain't till years later you like hear how niggas be like, hey bro, hey nigga, you was grinding. Like, damn nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, and I think that's a lesson right there that y'all kind of speaking on, man. Just, you know, make sure you're doing the right thing because you don't know who watching you, who under you. You know what I'm saying? And by you doing the right thing and you somebody under you watching you, that motivate them. Even though if it ain't being said, it ain't being spoken, you don't know who eyes on you. You don't know, you know what I'm saying, who you can subtly be helping without indirectly. You feel what I'm saying? So like, man, I think that is a lesson. Even going back to what Quiz was saying, man, staying low key, stay out the way. Because a lot of times, man, and I ain't nothing wrong with that, but a lot of times people do want to be seen, and sometimes being seen can get you in the wrong things. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but you know, I think that's important that he touched on that. You know, just being low key, because you say a traffic ticket can, you know, can be blown up, and you know, so I think that's dope that y'all actually touching on these things, and y'all may not even realize what y'all saying, but all those things I think kind of contribute to success. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope that y'all even bringing that up, though.
And they always say hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, man, come on now. Hindsight is 20/20 like a mofo.
Definitely.
Because I think it's dope that you like, man, like we were excited to have you on, and it's like it's dope to hear you talk about kind of how we paved the way for you, man. That's love, and I appreciate that. But seeing the way you did it, it's like, bro, you did your own thing and you carved your own lane, dog.
Definitely.
And it's amazing to see that, bro. So and it's like I see you with the Ole Miss gear on, today, but when you were going to college, I know you were getting a lot of offers and a lot of looks, but what was it about Ole Miss, dog?
Well, first of all, two-sport athlete. So for sure, whatever school I was going to, it's almost was like, I need to visit the baseball side first because football, we get the 100% ride. So that's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? So process of elimination starts from there. Like what baseball program, makes sense. With the whole getting drafted out of getting drafted out of high school thing, that played a small part in it too. But ultimately, Ole Miss, man, I took a trip to a lot of different places, but it just ain't nothing like Ole Miss, man. You get a chance to go, take a visit, experience the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's second to none. I feel like I went to some of the biggest schools on visits as far as, my last three came down to Ole Miss, Florida State, and Alabama. And just Saban told me straight up, like, you come here, you playing football.
Go.
Yeah.
So baseball was really more so the reason why you went to Ole Miss.
I would say that would be a big contributing factor, man, but just in general, man, Ole Miss is, man, we legit, man. I just feel like if you go, all disrespect to none other school, but if you're from the state of Mississippi, man, when you get an offer from Ole Miss, you gotta go.
So do you got any you got any crazy recruiting stories and recruiting pitches that that they tried to get you with?
Yeah, I ain't really had nothing too crazy. If anything, I had most schools back out like, we're not even gonna offer it because you already got the biggest schools offers, and then we know we pretty much gonna get drafted out of high school. You know what I'm saying?
But do you regret not going pro in baseball? I know you had sent me a message on Facebook some years ago, my boy. You probably don't even remember it. You was just like, hey, bro. Should I go pro or should I do football? And I gave my little 2 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. What was the advice? What was the advice you gave me, Smooth? I want to know.
But I definitely, most likely, you one of the ones I would have been like, man, I got to see, with some people that I think highly of, man. You know what I'm saying?
I told my dog to play football.
It's your fault. So it's your fault.
Hey, man. Hey, shit, bro. That nigga had a legendary career at Ole Miss, bro.
Yeah,
legendary career, bro.
I just love football more, though. Ultimately, like, just, you get to the end of that baseball season, it's like, all right, now. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, I do love playing a game of football. I don't regret turning down my deal. I had 3 deals. The first deal was 1.1, and I just was telling them, like, I don't even know why I was even thinking this 17 years old. My agent wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? I went to negotiate by myself. Like, Boston literally flew to Ole Miss during tour days and was like, hey, we're flying you to Boston to negotiate. You know what I'm saying? So I flew to Boston. Literally, I've sat in the room for maybe 20 some hours. Yeah. And we sat there and negotiated. And they got up to like 135. I was just like, I just want to be a millionaire after Texas. I don't know why I kept saying it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's my goal. It's like, y'all get me the two. It's on. Other than that, I got practice. Yeah, so they was going to come in. I could play football at Ole Miss. And then I $50,000 every summer to come play with them. But I was so stuck on, I wanted to play baseball at Ole Miss. Yeah. But I think now, looking back, that might have been the decision that should have been made, because if any of these guys on Ole Miss roster would have got the offer that I got, they wouldn't have been there. Yeah, so I should have, not saying I should have never played baseball at Ole Miss, but I should have went professional in baseball and just played college football. Just went and got that $50,000 every summer until, we figure it out.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, that love of football is something though.
It's amazing.
That love it. It's like once you get that bug, it ain't nothing like it, bro.
Yeah. It is. And to be honest, the part of it that we don't want to talk about is the atmosphere of it. The atmosphere of football, especially for African American, is more welcoming than the atmosphere for baseball. You know what I'm saying? I personally, I might have got, a few racist moments, but not like I know some of my other players that I played with that's African American as well. So I feel like a lot of times we lean towards football because of the atmosphere is just a lot more welcoming on your day-to-day basis.
Man, that's something I never thought about, bro. I've never thought about that from a baseball perspective and a football perspective. I thought an athlete was an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, home's gonna be different, and just being completely open, and honest. I grew up playing baseball, so I kind of understand the different lingo when you're in your neighborhood. You feel me? A lot of times for us, the neighborhoods we come from is just different than the neighborhoods that you might be in if you hanging with, players you play baseball with. You know what I'm saying? For like I said, for me personally, I didn't really experience a lot of the side that I hear, when I talk to my African Americans that's playing baseball. I'm talking about even professional MLB. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I think more of us would get into it, if it was just a lot more comfortable on your day-to-day basis. I don't understand the difference. I don't notice it, but I hear about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about a little bit
to speak up?
You got it, Willio.
Oh, I was gonna say, can you talk about like some of the hardships that a top athlete may face? Just some things that you, maybe some insight that maybe some people wouldn't know who or who think they know about what real athletes go through.
What it takes to be a real athlete, I think. I can say this. I got folks that can vouch for me. I know for sure, like, between my sophomore year in high school to my senior year, it was never a night where I didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time during football season, you know what I'm saying, me and my boy D Miles would hit baseball at night. And a lot of times we would hit baseball in the morning before school. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's something like, a lot of people got what it takes to make it, but it's like, are you willing to do what it takes to make it? You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game right there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us.
What do you think that came from?
As far as what? Just that grind?
Yeah, that work ethic, bro. Like, it's been like that since we was 5 years old, bro.
A mix between the love of the game and just, I feel like, growing up, just working. You know what I'm saying? You know how my daddy was. We used to be out there mowing them yards, you know what I'm saying? So 10, 12, 13 yards a day sometimes. I used to hate it, man. Sometimes on the weekend, everybody outside running around playing, you know what I mean? We just working. I think that helped me be able to sustain the long days that it requires, if that makes sense, with no problem. You know what I'm saying? I think that just growing up working, it make a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to, because it's a grind. I'm talking about a real grind. Like, the further you go up, the harder it is. College football, life itself is easy, I think, because of college football. Man, 2 a day, bro. If you can make 2 a day, you'll experience and harder 2 a days. Like,
I agree 100,000% with you, bro. It just give you a different mentality, bro. Like, I remember when I like joined like the actual workforce, the regular workforce, and just knowing that like I came through 2 a days, it's like, bro, like
It's
this
too
is
easy.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping on no 10-hour shift. Yeah, 2 a days different, bro.
I was just gonna say what it sounds like y'all talking about is with athletes, it seems like it builds strong like mental strength, like real mental strength. Like I think that's what y'all kind of talking about. I think that's really cool, to hear. Again, y'all are not really saying it, but y'all are saying it at the same time. It's like because y'all had to do those two a days, and like you say, Smooth. Some people they just complain on their job anyway. You know what I mean? So you like, man, this is nothing, because you done been through, mentally you done been through worse, and you done got through it. You done pushed your body and your mind. So man, that's
look,
awesome.
What's crazy is that, sometimes we like if you at work, man, you're gonna deal with people who don't really ain't tactful in their speech and their communication. So playing football, man, you done been called every name under the sun. Man, look. But you done been called, you done been cussed out, you done been called ugly, you done been called lame, you done been called everything. So when old Bucko at the job tell me, bro, you ain't cutting it, it's like, so like what? Like that's all you like that's the crazy part. And I know, like I can imagine, the junior college level, and I can only imagine how it is at the D1 level. At the professional level, it ain't. Oh my Jesus!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, I know they ain't gonna have no. Well, actually, they might have a different level of tone because they know you a grown man, and it's different. Is that kind of how it go?
Talk to me now. As far as the high, we done had some off the chain coaches at Ole Miss now, man. Yeah.
Well, see, let's talk about your experience at Ole Miss then.
Great. Hey, look, those are the best years of my life. Honestly, the best and worst years of my life. I just say my freshman year, I was saying to myself, look. Hey, I said to myself almost every other day, I was like, man, I don't think this for me. I said, I don't know if I made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? I almost had to get carried to class, man. Just from, the workouts just being hard. Up every day, 6 a.m. I'm getting home at 10, 11 o'clock at night, right back to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not in this college, it is fun, but we was really grinding, man. College it wasn't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Especially your freshman year, sophomore year, they got something for you to do every hour out the day. Now, I used to have 2 tutoring sessions after practice. You know what I'm saying? It was a grind early on, man. It definitely was. It had me miserable at first. I was like, I'm not sure if I was supposed to come to Ole Miss. yeah. But
they tell me he's on a recruit trip.
Right.
First day on campus, it was 16 was
We went to Senquez when we was up there at Ole Miss that one time, wasn't it?
I think so. It was me, you, Dinko was with us, and Richard was with us.
And Richard was there. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that shit. Okay.
No, but hey, I forgot what game it was. I know it wasn't.
Game was too.
Man, it was lit though. Ooh, it was lit.
Oh, hey, the fact that Quinn talking about that, the excitement was, nigga, we were regular people and we had fun. So I can only imagine a nigga like you said that shit was, hey, shit, that shit was great, boy. No doubt.
Hey, Quez, I want to
Hey,
ask you this though. Go ahead. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm gonna say that. I was just saying, every day of the week, you definitely can find, some party slamming at Ole Miss for sure. Monday, Tuesday, it don't matter. Yeah.
Hey, so
Go ahead, Dink.
no, I was like, all right, shit, I'm Dink, fam. You know what I'm saying? Or threes or whatever you want to call me. So, I hear a lot about you. From these boys, I know y'all went to Pastor Gula together and shit like that. And so I know, I understand y'all relationship. So my questions for you is more like, the general stuff because I just wanted to ask you, so like you were a great Mississippian Mississippian, or however you want to put that, Mississippi athlete. Where do you feel like you rank yourself as far as like in Mississippi, as far as like the athletes? Cause I see you got drafted round 2. You had a good stint with the Steelers and shit like that. So I just want to know what. And, hey, feel free bag on yourself, cause shit, you one out of the few that ever do it in the world.
For sure.
So I just always wanted to know that, cause you in that frat.
I don't know for sure. I do know. I mean, I did a few things, like I say. It just really, dawned on me that I was a Danny Dozen in both sports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't even touch on that.
Just dawned on me, nigga.
I mean, the reason I asked that, cause bro, you in the family with like Monte Ellis, Antonio McDyess, Walter Payton, Jerry Rice. Like you in that company, fam. Like that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so I always wanted to know, like, them boys talking. Like, we know some people that's in the pros. Like, shit, Fletcher Cox. You know what I'm saying? I remember that nigga gave us 5 sacks in 1 quarter. Shit, we knew that nigga, he was playing for Yazoo County, so we knew that nigga was going to the league. There's a lot of greats, bro.
There's a lot of people we miss over. Like, I can't think of his name, but we got one guy that I just ran across. He did 10, 12, 13 years from Brandon. So it's hard for me. I would just say, just to be like, I'm this or I'm that, just because.
Facts. Okay.
Outside of our knowledge, a lot of Mississippi football players that go hit their league and play for a long time and have a successful career. I mean, in terms of just, you want to just put stats versus stats off what we accomplished, you know what I'm saying? I would only say, like bring this up again. Somebody brought this to my attention. I mean, I played football and baseball, and I got drafted in both, but I'm not sure how many people that got drafted in both sports was worth $1 million in both sports, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And one state in track.
Yeah. And then I think when I think back on my career, I think that what Mike speaks as far as talent level, I was drafted by 2 of, some of the most prestige, organizations in the world, as far as with the Boston Red Sox and the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it really don't matter what I got to say about, myself. Like how they feel about
me. So you doing exactly what I wanted you to do. I wasn't trying to get you, my bad. I wasn't trying to get you to say, oh shit, yeah, I'm the number 1 nigga in the out of Mississippi ever. But I was just trying to get, cause I see you a humble ass dude. So I want you like shit. Look, I'm humble, but shit, I got some shit. So I want you to let the people know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause that's the crazy shit.
And see, since we talking about it, we talking about your career at Ole Miss, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot that, that goes into, your Ole Miss career versus Alabama. You got a lot of history with Alabama, you know what I'm saying? You got good history and you got bad history. You know what I'm saying? Which history do you want to talk about first?
Hey, just looking at me.
Let's talk about how we beat Bama. Let's talk about that.
Hey, with the gang feeling interception.
It's not plans. It's whatever you want to talk about.
We definitely can talk about, the early parts of my career first. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, as far as with Bama, man.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the the Trent Richardson situation, and what would that be today? If that hit the internet today, what would that be?
I don't know if it'd be a good thing or a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. Hey, I know they all went crazy in the comment section. You feel me? But
Man.
you know, it's almost like no such thing as bad publicity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that would have just put you on the map. Probably not for the right things, but you on the map. You know what I'm saying? It took a little time, but we would have got a little redemption. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how that would have played out, but I definitely would have caught the wrong end of it first. But I think it would have turned out for the better. You know what I'm saying? Social media was big back then.
So what did you like? What went through your head like when you missed the tackle, and you know you got shook like a motherfucker?
We need this play-by-play, bro. What would hey, shout out to the hustle, by the way.
Shout out to the hustle.
That's what I was gonna say. He hogged his ass all the way downfield.
Hey, my freshman year, dog, I know I ain't finna play. Feel me? It's the no one team in the country. I had a couple of plays here and there, you know, sprinkled. So, you know, I'm on the sideline like, hey, I'm eating all the fruit gushers, you feel me? All the M&M's. Hey, I don't know where my helmet at. Hey, I'm over there, big shit. And I'm like, man, what quarter is it? You feel me? I'm ready. I'm a freshman, you feel me? I'm just big shit. I'm eating the M&M's. Hey, you know I love sunflower seeds. I done brought some sunflower seeds from the locker room.
Damn.
Watch the game.
Yeah.
Until my
Front row seats.
if ain't nobody else chilling, I know I'm chilling. It's no one team in the country. And the cornerback in front of me broke his ankle, man. Yeah. I just was hearing, quit. I'm like, man, what's going on? I'm like, special teams ain't even. So I run up the coach. Coach like, where your helmet at? It's someone back here. They like, so I'm in there, man. So now I'm up. I'm like, Lord have mercy. You feel me? I'm a freshman. The first real just 10, 15 snaps in a row. You know what I'm saying? Against no one team in the country, basically. Especially the first play. I knew what man I had with the first play. 4-5 people go past me. I'm like, man, what in the world is going on? Everything was just different, but I don't know. I was just a rookie, man. I ran back there. I'm not sure what happened. So I'm like, all right, boom. I'm running. You know what I'm saying? I basically pretty much got my head down just running at this point. You feel me? Hey, look, we look at it different. So in my brain, I'm saying to myself, man, coach finna have me on the board for a mistake. I say, well, I can at least, you know what I'm saying, try to get down here, make it look good on film.
I get a point.
You know what I'm saying? I got my head down, just running. I look up. I'm like, oh, snap. I'm right back by these boys.
Mm-hmm.
I at that point, I can't even breathe. You feel me? I was snapped out of Indians got an 8. Them folk gone again. Like, what's going on?
Damn.
That was a crazy play, man. I'm like, dang. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. Them boys in the end zone.
Yeah.
Hey, it wasn't, you know, social media wasn't that big back then, so it wasn't, you know how, you know, versus like my junior, senior year, man, you get back to the locker room with your phone blowing up, you know what I'm saying? All these notifications, you know, how I knew something went bad. Everybody would pat me on the back after the game, so it's gonna be all right, man. I was like, what?
Hey, you still trying to figure out what happened.
I feel like I was on ESPN for a good month, for sure.
Yeah. That was kind of part of his. I don't think he he didn't win the Heisman, but I think that was part of his little Heisman campaign.
That's still on it. That's still on that boy highlight.
Yeah, but you know the backstory. But like you said though, the backstory of it, you know what I'm saying, is really the funny part because, like you said, bro, I'm a freshman. I ain't really counting on playing. You know what I'm saying? My head ain't all the way here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just chilling. And see, next thing you know,
You in there.
next thing you know,
Say my boy ain't even know what his helmet was. That's the crazy part.
Hey, man, the lesson is if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
You said stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. That's true, but bro, when you in the middle of that game, bro, and time just going,
Yeah.
nigga, you get stuck to that bench and you just like, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it
You know what
is.
I'm saying? Hey, look, me personally, I started thinking about what I was gonna do after the game, what I was gonna get into, what party I was going to. I'm already on the next weekend. I'm on next year. I'm getting ready for next year, playing football next year. I don't care about this year. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, then you looking up with the other players who don't play either, you like, what y'all boy doing?
Right.
So then I got a question then, Quez. So how did that play and that situation, how did that help you in your career and better your career at
Great
Ole
question.
Miss?
Great question.
Man, that is a good question. I tell you what, like I said, as far as being prepared, and just being ready. I tell you the difference is, with college, you got that second chance to try to like redeem yourself and stuff, but it's a good chance, man. Like you hit the NFL, man. Shoot, you get an opportunity and mess up. The next man gonna be in the ASAP, and then don't let him, get his rep good. It's a good chance you might not never play again. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't, and I think that's what was good thing as far as what happened to me early on, because it just kind of taught me like, we got to be on point, at all times, because this ain't to the point where we could make mistakes over and over. If that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you followed it up. We already talked about the bad shit. Now let's transition to the good. Let's transition to the 10 interceptions, a record at Ole Miss. Let's transition to that, bro. Like, bro, okay, so DB is I think cornerback that's the best. To me, I think personally that's the best position on the field. Like the best athlete on the field plays cornerback. You know what I'm saying? And so to be able to produce at a high level like that, like I think is fucking incredible. Did you in the SEC, bro? Hold on, but I got a question. Did you win Thorpe?
I did. Yeah, I was. I might have been a finalist. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
How the fuck did you not win a Thorpe Award?
We had the guy from Louisville, the safety, my boy Gerard. You feel me? He had.
Oh, that's the nigga who had like 14 picks or some shit.
Yeah, he had 14 there.
Yeah. They ain't doing that no more. That cornerbacks, DBs, motherfuckers ain't picking that ball off like that no more, bro.
Yeah, no, hell no.
It's been a while since I just sat down and watched, and I do think that everything is still pretty much the same because of the way I break down offenses, but offense is a lot more complex in the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? They doing all kind of tricks and motions and everything else, but it still ends up being the same thing as far as route concepts and the way that the offense come out on the field. Like as a DB, I break the rules. Like my people like to, like they be like, my first, as they teach you, your first look is the quarterback. And I don't think that. I think your first look is the other side of the field. And you got to see, because a lot of times if you got receivers, if your receivers are mirroring the receivers over there, then you can kind of put in your brain as far as the complementary routes that's coming, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, my first look might be quarterback once the ball is snapped. But pre-snap, as soon as they break the huddle, like what's my personnel and how these guys lined up and what routes do they run out of these concepts? And I think that's what took my guy to the next level. Just instead of just lining up, looking at my man and reading the 3-step, and that's just too basic. You ain't, you're too locked in. It's a whole feel out here.
Right. And it's so funny. It's like, do you want to be Richard Sherman or do you want to be Darrell Revis? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just so
Antonio Camara.
I was gonna lie, that's two people, I wouldn't. You might need to switch it up. That's two people I wear mine on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Richard Sherman.
I'm saying you got, like you said, you zoned in like the real Revis. He didn't really have a lot of interceptions. He was just, you ain't going nowhere.
He just locked me.
He just locked in on that receiver. But then you got Antonio Cromartie and Richard Sherman. They more playmaker cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I agree. I can agree with that. Yeah, but definitely seeing that whole field, man.
Yeah. Quiz, did you have anybody like on a Ole Miss that kind of took you under their wing and you know what I mean? Like, and kind of helped you along and kind of gave you some of these skills? Or is it kind of just, natural?
A coach, you feel me? He kind of gave me the blueprint of how I need to see it my sophomore year. And then from there, I just kind of just took it and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm talking, they used to be mad at me in practice because he literally was running up and down the sideline with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what you need to be looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a 10-yard out because of this. You know what I'm saying? I pick it out there once or two. I pick it out about 3 times, and then it's like, okay, this dude know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it just kind of went from there as far as me just watching film on my own, paying attention, understanding splits and formations instead of just, like you said, just locking in on the receiver. We got rules. The receivers got rules as well. And I feel like I might have, learned their rules for the most part.
Okay, then, Quez, what do you think your hardest thing was as a cornerback at Ole Miss?
Just learning how to play corner, honestly, man. I feel like, I feel like y'all boy remember how my backpedaler used to be in high school. I feel like I was more of an athlete, so I still had a lot of skill to develop.
Yeah. I think Tevs was kind of like this too. I feel like when you could play cornerback, but you got to learn cornerback. But like y'all boys are really better receivers y'all was better receivers in high school. You know what I'm saying? So to your point, like, yeah. And I remember, boy, I won't ever forget that Mars Point game. I had came home from school, boy. And it was you and Telvis Henderson. And boy, I'm talking about, dog, they threw a fade. They threw a fade, bro. Hey, shout out Telvis. That's my dog.
Yeah.
But Quez went on top of that boy head, took that bit 80 yards.
Crazy though, man. I don't know why, but that was like my first time playing offense, man.
I remember.
Man, Pascagoula got this thing, bro, where they don't really like to play athletes both ways for some reason.
I didn't think about it until I left high school, but I was saying to myself, a lot of us should have been playing both ways the whole game. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? But I was just on the sideline. Coach is like, hey, coach, run a fade, run a 9. Coach said, that's my dog. Run a 9.
Hey, that's exactly how it go. Hey, I know he probably what's that coach's name? Coach Kyle's daddy. What's Coach Mitchell?
Coach Mitchell.
Coach Mitchell. I know Coach Mitchell probably on the sideline. Hey, we got some Quez over here. He ain't coach Quez, run a fade. All right, coach. And it worked. It's like, nigga. And then the crazy part is you don't play receiver no more for the rest of the season. Some goofy stuff like that.
And yeah, it was back and forth, but that come down to kind of what we were talking about earlier, like just being ready. Obviously, I wasn't prepared. Obviously, I guess I was prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like some moments you win, some you lose. You know what I mean?
Hey, was you prepared for when Billy Joe came around that corner?
Then he lead the state. It's now his freshman year. He did like 16 steps, something like that. Yeah, that boy had hit me with a stiff one time.
Shout out,
George Cannon, shout out.
Hey, Quinn, so break down, break down that game-winning interception versus Alabama, bro, and what that was like, bro.
What it felt like.
Talking real football. I know it might sound crazy, but I knew the play was coming, and I'm gonna tell you why. Just the difference between being a freshman and a senior. And it's crazy because Kiffin was the offensive coordinator for Alabama then. But early in the game, they had completed that play. And it was their biggest play of the game, and as a as a senior, like, okay, they coming back to what works when they need it. You know what I'm saying? They got to come back to this play. And honestly, I was the person that messed the play up early in the game. Where I was at is where I was supposed to be. I got a half field coverage and our safety coming underneath because we want that ball to kind of go. So really and truly, like, our safety was in a perfect position to get the air on that ball. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes from drilling it and having to float it over our safety. You know what I'm saying? And I had gave up that play earlier going towards the other end zone for about a good, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 yards. I just wasn't over as far as nothing I need to be. So coming back to that play, the last play of the game, I see the same formation, obviously, but it's just flipped. And if you get a chance to go back and watch that clip, you will see as soon as he snapped the ball, I just turn around and run to the end zone because I see my tight end, he got his head down and he just steamrolling up the field. My quarterback giving me my obvious look that I want, which he looking me off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's there. Like, they coming. Now, as far as making the play, it was a bang, bang play, but I definitely was prepared and ready for it because I knew it was coming. I knew if Kiffin had to make a play, he was coming back to this play. It was the only play that had success with no problem throughout the whole game. You know what I'm saying?
And that was
crazy.
I know OJ Howard, he was the tight end, right?
Yeah.
OJ
He never
Howard.
saw me though. He killed me. He never saw me because I don't even think he left the ground. It was just, it felt like it was just supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming from the backside of him. Yeah. So
Who was the quarterback, bro?
Blake Sims.
He played running back at Alabama.
He took a running back, and I'm not sure. I can't remember. They win a natty. They might have won a natty.
They lost to Ohio State in the that's when Ezekiel Elliott went for like 230 that year, and they had right. How was that? How was the interaction from the school, the fans, the girls? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about that night, dog. Let's talk about that night.
Katy Perry was the spot on top of the bar. You feel me? It was crazy that night. Folks was carrying the goalposts around campus. They had the whole goalpost, man. It's probably about 50 people just carrying it. They carried it all around town. It's crazy. A lot of folks cut that goalpost up, and people bought pieces of it. I got some good friends, some Ole Miss alumni that still got pieces of that goalpost. So that was a crazy night. Man, Ole Miss deserved it though, man. I feel like I don't know how long it was since we had beat Alabama, but we needed that night. We definitely did.
Was Bama number one?
I believe so. I know they was number one in like the 18, and then they was like number 2 or 3.
Hey, look, I was at Firestone about to get ready to leave. About to lock up. I was about to lock up the doors and everything. And so I'm like, I'm of course, I got my dog Quez, so I'm rooting for Quez, but I'm rooting for Bama at the same time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting here looking at the TV like, what the fuck? Yeah. Bro, that was crazy, bro. But I was happy, bro. For real, man.
Yeah, everything that seemed, it was surreal, for real. Yeah, it was a good night.
Special moment. So
we talked about college, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a perfect transition. Let's talk about that draft day, man, and how everything was on that day. One of your most glorious days.
I wasn't even expecting to get drafted by Pittsburgh. I feel like they ain't show no interest pre-draft at all. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, for real? Because you got what? You picked up what, second round?
Yeah. Because I actually thought I was going to Cleveland.
She's good.
Coach for the Jets. Head coach for the Jets. What's his name?
Aaron Glenn, yeah.
So he was with Cleveland at the time. And man, he was texting and he was like, I think we finna get ready to pull the trigger right here. And I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? And it might have been not even 5 or 10 minutes later, Pittsburgh called me. And Cleveland might have been like 3 or 4 picks back from them. So I thought I was actually going to end up going to Cleveland, but it ended up being Pittsburgh.
Damn, so people really don't be knowing.
Nah. So, I mean, some people do. You might got your top 10, whatever, that kind of like, obviously, not all times, but maybe like the first 3 picks, they probably know, like, hey, we for sure taking you number 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, other like that. But once you get it, a little later on down the line, it's just a bunch of, it's gray area. But I can say if you, not for sure, but like if you top, 3 rounds or whatever, you gonna be pretty safe in terms of when you get to the league. But man, after that, ain't no guarantee. I know we had players that got released the same year they was drafted.
So, Quez, did you do pro day? The combine?
Yeah, I did go to the combine. Yep.
How did you do at the combine?
I did all right. I know I ran a 4.4. Like what I did as far as during the season, only thing I could do at the combine basically is I almost hurt myself. Sometimes too much exposure is not good. I try to tell, the younger kids that they try every single thing. They want to go to this, they want to go there, they want to do this, want to do that. Sometimes you can overexpose yourself and then you start showing all your flaws. I guess my biggest thing was to, not lose the momentum. You know what I'm saying? As far as, because I was at that point when people were saying, man, if you was 2-3 inches taller, man, you'd be first round. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was just telling me I'm too small. I'm saying to myself, man, I just played against everybody y'all just drafted in the first round. It's just human nature. Some people call it politics, but, I was looked at as a nickel in the league. So every team I went to, everywhere I played nickel. And I was trying to explain to them, man, I've never even played a snap in my life inside here. I was like, I'm in new territory. So it was mentally hard because I'm hurt. I'm learning something that I never even done before. You know what I'm saying? And dude, it was just mentally, it was hard. You know what I mean? Especially, not being able to fully participate in why you're trying to learn. So, you know what I'm saying? I remember my first snap at nickel, man, between the slot and the slot coming from here. And I was like, man, I don't know what's going on here. Everybody running past me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, guard, I don't like to just float in no zone, drop the cover 2 or drop back in the, curl split, different things like that.
What was the difference in the game speed?
I could be biased because I played in the SEC, but I think playing in the SEC, like, I think you're playing against the fastest of the fastest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The D lineman is 4.5s, you know what I'm saying? 4.6s and different things like that. So I think it's the skill set. That's the complete difference, man. Like, it's the skill set. Like, man, Big Ben might not get a route right during their ones rep. So when the twos rep, they on the other field getting that ball down, you know what I'm saying? Getting that rep right before they come back. Like, that's the difference. And I think the league and the college and other stuff like these, they skill, like they very detailed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. So you played with Hall of Famers like Big Ben and well, I don't know if Antonio Brown gonna be one, but if would you like, so who would be the?
Yeah.
My bad, man. I love the NFL. As you see, talking the NFL, that's my thing. So just like, hearing your story in the NFL, I just like to hear those different experiences. So I would just like to know, shit, who you think the hardest nigga you never guarded? If you can answer that question, you don't have to. You don't want to. Just like, as far as like, cause me and Smooth argue about wide receivers and shit like that, and I like to hear niggas that actually did the shit.
It's an easy one for me. Mike Evans, the hardest receiver I ever,
Oh, that's crazy. I can totally understand that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, pound for pound, like year in, year out, me going against him, like he the best. Like I don't think he need a complimentary receiver. like some of the other guys that we faced against. You know what I'm saying? He one of the few ones that caught a deep pass on me for sure. Cause 10 interceptions is great, but I had other stats that I ranked above that. You know what I mean? A defense coordinator told me that I ain't gave up less plays over 20 yards than any other corner in the draft. Like them little stats that I be hungry for.
Right. Yeah. That's where the money at.
Yeah. Other stat that I can say, which to me is the greatest stat of all time, is from my freshman year to my senior year, I never had a pass interference call on me ever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had no holding. You know what I'm saying? So my interceptions was pretty flawless as far as that year. Cause I ain't have no, I mean, I just don't know what it feel like for them to throw a flag on me. You know what I'm saying? So,
You play clean.
Dang, that's a big flex right
You think
there.
you did it or just was never called?
it was clean foot.
Look at Dink.
Hey, that's the art. That's the art of it. That's the art of it. That's
a good question because I do feel like 1 year against Vanderbilt was a deep post across the field, and I feel like I made contact a little too early, but they didn't call it. That's the only time when I made a play or something and I was looking for the flag. I was looking for it, but they didn't call it. But other than that, man, pretty clean football, man. That's one thing that, I probably appreciate about my game more than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. What I really do appreciate about cornerbacks, I feel like y'all the most confident niggas ever. Because a nigga can get burnt by and just get overthrown, and nigga be like, nigga 10 yards in front of you.
I don't like, me personally, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If I ever be a DB coach, I'll be like, just come over here. You ain't even did.
You ain't do shit.
I got a good question for you, Quiz. It's off topic, but it's on topic, right? So I want to ask a question for like the conspiracy theorists out there, right? Okay. How do you think, far as like when you hear people say like the NFL and college football is rigged,
Great
and
question.
like how truthful do you think that is, versus like skill set and hard work?
Daryl, you, my bad, Quid.
That boy Daryl cooking.
Talk about rigging and different things like that. That comes down to individual players and individual people. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody had to come to you like, hey, look, you're going to throw a pick tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It has to be you once you get in the bed with them folks, you know what I'm saying? Is from there, it's just part of it. But I know for sure everybody don't get approached like that. You know what I mean?
So Quiz, you telling me that you ain't got your script in the back? Like you ain't got the script?
Yeah, screw wait on him in the locker room.
Hey, so Quiz. So basically, you telling us that pick versus OJ Howard, that was a script, bro?
Some of the owners and, referees, like it has to be, somebody got some inside information. You feel me? That's with anything in the world. You feel me? So it's not like collective as a whole. We going out here like, hey, on this play, we gonna scope. Yeah, we gonna come back and yeah, that's gonna be a little too much because somebody would have been stripped the beans by now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Smooth, have I not? Hey, my bad, bro. You just, hey, bro.
Yeah, Ding love this right here, boy. Ding love this.
Bro, it ain't. This ain't against Smooth. Quit. This just against like people I be playing on the game with. Niggas be talking about it scripted, and this interview is about you. But I'm just talking right now because the shit is so just revelation to me right now. Because I'm like, bro, y'all can't say because you got a few bad apples that a league is rigged. And I'm like, for instance, you made a game-winning interception. And I'm a jokester too. You made a game-winning interception on OJ Howard. And I'm like, bro, I don't think that's scripted. But then I also think Trent Richardson didn't read the script to get shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like I feel like that take away y'all talent when people constantly say, "Oh, shit, rigged." I'm like,
right,
bro,
you got the hard work that been put in, and the time and the energy.
Yeah, right. Just think about what he said.
Them 2-a-days Smooth.
Yeah, not the 2-a-days, but way back when he said he was in 10th to 12th grade, and all the days he put put work in without nobody knowing, without nobody seeing.
Never missed a day.
Never missed a day.
I ain't nothing. Don't get me wrong. I ain't never got that far. According to them, I got my ass beat, and that was my last day of football.
Where we going
but
with this,
them.
my boy? Where
So
we going?
I ain't gonna never be on that. I ain't never been on that level, but I hate when people like regular niggas like myself keep talking about, oh yeah, it's rigged. And I'm like, bro, y'all know what these niggas be doing? Cause I know a few NFL players, and I'm like, bro, like, and now you one of them, and I hear your story. And it's like, bro, y'all gonna say shit rigged, and these niggas done did this.
It's kind of disrespectful when you think
Yeah,
about it. Yeah,
That's hella disrespectful.
yeah,
Like
it's
you
really
said,
disrespectful.
William.
Yeah,
I hate it to the core. So that's why I'm so passionate about it, bro. I hate that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And we know Vic Ballard, and Vic ain't nowhere near that type shit. So I'm like, bro, this nigga is one of the niggas I know ain't rigged. So, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that, bro. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead. My bad, guys. I'm, smooth. I get passionate about that one.
Well, yeah,
Wait.
Quez, like, so, like, you got it, Bill. You got it, bro.
No, I was just gonna ask. I know we talking about we kind of jumping around, bro. But one question, like me being a mental health guy, bro, and the shift from being, like when your career shifted, due to injuries, like how was you able to mentally like stay grounded, and like what did it take for you, and what, like, I don't know, obstacles did you face in that space, like being hurt and kind of
Looking back on it, I think it was a lot easier transition for me than maybe your average athlete. And this ain't talked about enough. It needs to go on to help the transition of players to, regular walks of life, because you got to understand, like, we run through every red, like, we show up on campus, our books are already there for us, our skills are already, like, everything is just red carpet, if that makes sense. And everybody can't function on their own. Like, everybody can't just give them a piece of paper and they're going to be able to fill it out, or, figure this out or figure that out. But I think that but one of the biggest things that I think will help me is I don't think I ever fell in love with the lights. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I ain't never fall in love with the hype. Like, truth be told, like you just passing through. Like, if that makes sense. Like, no matter what we accomplish, like, you still just passing through for the next people to come up. And I feel like I never was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do without Bob. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what ultimately helped me transition, because I feel like mentally people be stuck because we at the highest level of our life. Like, and then once you stop, you want to transition to something else and want to be at your highest level of life. And I always talk to all of my partners I used to play ball with that's in that transition. I'm like, bro, you got to realize how long we've been doing this, man. We've been doing this 15 some years to become professional, to get to where we at. So it's like, you need to put in your mindset, whatever you do next, that's the type of time, effort it's going to take to get to, where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I think just being patient, and understanding that it don't matter what we do. Besides, we take the trash out, and we mow yards, and we fix the light bulbs. It don't matter. Like, as long as we grinding, as long as we 2 feet in, it's gonna flourish. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna flourish.
Yeah.
Just gotta be,
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I just saying, man, I think that's a beautiful answer, because a lot of kids that are going through that, they need to hear that message. That's a message that ain't talked about enough.
Yeah, they're gonna turn off. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand that, hey, you might not have that helping hand that you had while you was, while you was hot. You know what I'm saying? So they just have to understand that you borrowing a platform right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you playing sports, brother, you ain't never gonna be bigger than this. Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Whatever platform you on, you utilize it, take advantage of it, and then you make the pivot from there.
Yeah.
So speaking of, your career coming to an end because of injuries, Like what was it that made you decide, okay, this is it? You know, after all that time.
The preparation. We're gonna all. I'm pretty sure y'all still love the game of football. We're gonna all, love the game. It's the preparation. Like when I knew that I ain't just being honest. When I knew that I ain't have the willpower to prepare like I needed to be the athlete I needed to, then I knew it was like at some point, it's time to pivot because. Being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you ain't gonna make it. It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
So is that true when niggas say that, like, once you retire, like when you thought of retirement, you are retired? Like, you know how they say, oh shit, if he thinking about it, yeah, he done.
I believe so. I can't even express it enough. Like it's literally impossible to make it if you're not 2 feet in. Like, I'm not sure how many spots it is in it. Maybe like 200, I think. I could be wrong. If you just think about the rosters, how many? What is 53? What is
53 man roster? If you talking about the starters,
10 of those are practice. And then you got 10 extra guys as far as practice squad, but it's only so many. Basically, I'm saying even if it's 300 slots or 400 slots. I guarantee it's not 400 slots, but that's in the whole world. You're talking about 400 people out of how many? So if you you gotta realize, like, you have stepped and you're gonna be 2-3 steps behind everybody else that's really trying to get it. That's really trying to get there. Like, it's not a joke in a sense. Like, you're talking about some life-changing, situation, like figuratively speaking, like some of these folks were killed to be there and to stay there, man.
Yeah.
Man, look, it's a funny story. So me and my girl was watching Hard Knocks one night. And you know how cutthroat Hard Knocks is, bro. One of the guys got cut. And, she looked at the screen and was like, ah, and I was like, man, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, bro, kind of like, it was just a reaction, because again, you've been around people that had that feeling before. And I'm just like, damn, bro, like, I can't even imagine what that feel like. You know what I mean? To like lay your dream on the line and then you still come up short in that space and you get released.
Cause to that point, Bill, this is it. Like, it ain't no another tryout after this.
Yeah.
Going nowhere else.
And I got another question too. So, Quez, how do you feel about going through injuries, right? But now college players have the opportunity to do the NILs and get endorsements.
Man, I think that's the greatest thing that ever happened to college football. Man. People gonna say it's bad for the sport, which I could possibly agree with. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, like when we talking about humans, like, and just people in general, like, I played with a lot of players who would have benefited from the NIL. I played because you're talking about life, and like that's what I'm looking at. Like, a lot of players I played with that didn't make it to the league because of injuries early on, they should have been in that league. You know what I'm saying? So for the players to still have an opportunity to change their life in college, I think is a plus. It's a win, for college, like across the board, because I'm thinking about the things you can do to help change your life. You know what I mean? Not the whole politics that we shouldn't be paying the players because it's going to water down college football, etc. I'm just thinking about how it changed my future and how, it ain't about just football. You know what I'm saying? To me, mainly, I think about the women in sports. It's huge for them. Softball to basketball to whatever else, because they don't have it's not really too many leagues after. You know what I'm saying? I know you got the basketball, but as far as like
facts,
think about my homegirls that played volleyball for Ole Miss. You know what I mean? They broke all kind of records. Nikita Clare, she broke all kind of records at Ole Miss, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, what's after this? You know what I'm saying? But it's like we had NIL did back then. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Wow, I never even thought about that.
Hey,
That's
hey,
crazy.
Quiz. I just want to piggyback on that because I wholeheartedly agree, and I never looked at it that way. That's crazy you putting that in perspective. Although I thought about it far as like, because my wife played volleyball for Southern Miss, and so of course we just had a daughter, and she was like, "What's she gonna play? She gonna play basketball or volleyball?" I was like, I mean, I don't really care if she play volleyball because what's she gonna do afterwards? Like she do all that work, and then it's like, so the fact that you saying that is kind of like what me and her said. She was like, well, she can play, if she good, she can go play USA. I'm like, girl, that's only 22 spots, and to only get paid so more and so what. And so I was like, damn, but that's crazy for basketball, football. It's some, ain't a lot of leagues, but it's some options. With female sports, it's damn near the WNBA. Yeah. And I say, so shit, looking at it that way, NIL, yeah, that's
Like, if you don't mind me asking how old your daughter is.
You say what now?
How old, are your kids? I mean, you got one kid, two.
Oh,
Lord, I'm
man.
asking
Oh,
all
shit, you
kinds of-
just one, cuz. Man, she just one. Niggas still ain't going nowhere.
But what got
She got 17 years. So before he make it,
Hey, that's why I'm saying that's a plus. 50, they should be getting paid on the regular. The whole roster might be getting paid.
Facts.
Niggas say you worried about the wrong
Hey,
shit,
that
niggas.
can happen.
She can't count yet. You talking about going somewhere.
You gotta get on the team first. Talking about NIL. Boy, you got to dip on your chip.
Don't even know she wanna. I don't even know if she wanna even play
I
volleyball.
ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at you, man. That's forward thinking.
I'm thinking about the future, team.
That's what I'm talking about, Deke. Yeah, man.
Bro, you false start. Flag on the play. You got
Yeah, man. He thinking about the future, man. He thinking about the future.
But it wasn't that. It was just saying because Lex was talking about her volleyball career, and that's how we got to it, bro. It wasn't necessarily about Ayla, nigga. This
That is
nigga.
hilarious.
I tell you laughing through ready to crack.
hey, Bill, when I was talking to Quinn, he was saying it's a good thing. She can get NIL. He finna go take he finna go take this information like, yeah, let's keep playing volleyball.
Right. Yeah, this nigga done got so excited. He done got some new info, and now he done went to the store and bought the girl a volleyball. Man, he done bought miles away and bought a volleyball. Man, get out of here.
We finna get this
She
NIL.
ain't playing no volleyball. She hooping, man. Shit, why not? Michael Jackson did it.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. 1,000%. Transition back to back to the Steelers real quick, bro. I wanted to ask you, like, how was that? I know you tried coming back you was with the Steelers for 3 years. Like,
True.
how was those conversations with Mike Tomlin, bro?
Coach Tomlin, yeah, he one of the best coaches I ever been around.
Mm-hmm.
You got some coaches that coach, and that's what they do. And you got some players that coach and teach you just about life in general. You know what I'm saying? Coach Tomlin was one of those coaches. You know what I'm saying? He definitely a player's coach with the discipline added, with the, everything else that come with it. Oh, man, yeah. Coach T one of the best, man. Like,
Do you feel like that's because I think for me personally, I think me and Bip had this conversation before. It's not too many coaches for me personally. And I don't even want to put it on the coaches. I think it's just in my brain, it's like it's always been, well, like you said, you passing through. So like you don't reach out to coaches, you don't really, maintain those relationships. Do you think like Coach Tomlin is one of those relationships that you can like, hey coach, how you doing, man? And y'all just kicking and parlay. Like, do you have that type of relationship, or do y'all have that type of relationship?
We had a lot of conversations when I was there. You know what I'm saying? But I do think if I reached out to something, I could have a conversation. But I think my problem is, like I say, I'm real to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I do, I'll still be around, not necessarily as far as Pittsburgh, but as far as I always run into like my old college coaches, just from visiting. I might be visiting this coach and this coach I used to be with on this style, like their coaching circle's real tight. So I'm always running into most of my college coaches more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? But, some of these coaches are real good about staying in contact with, the players.
So you do have those type of relationships.
Yeah, I do, with, some of the coaches.
Okay, so, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, bro. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
That's like that's a slippery. I mean, a slippery slope in that space because, well, not even a slippery slope, but it's just everybody's passing through like both of y'all just said. So you see so many players, right? Then with the transfer portal nowadays, you got a player that's on your team who might not be there in 2 months. But I can imagine that's a void that these kids are needing, like to have some type of mentorship in that space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you see yourself kind of like playing that role?
Like I said earlier, I think like if I was to insert myself as far as in a player situation, I think it would be that to help with that transition phase. And I guess that's kind of the same as far as area. Man, truth be told though, some football players, man, they ain't, you know what I mean? We ain't got it all up top. You feel me? Just truth be told.
Mm-hmm.
I play with a lot of guys that I'm like, you see kind of like what they are outside of football. And I'm not sure if it'd be just that hard transition phase of trying to figure out, what I'm going to do. But I definitely can kind of sooner or later here, cause I'm definitely going to be doing something with athletes as far as, helping with connecting them with the schools that they might not even know about. Cause like I got a lot of homies that coaches some of the smaller D1s that we don't even really know about. And that I feel like, but some of the players can definitely play. So many people just, especially on the coast, we only know what Gulf Coast, Southern, like we have our mindset on these certain schools. And if that don't happen, we just like, oh man, don't even worry about it.
Right.
And I think I'm going to try my best to connect some of these overlooked players with, some of the other schools that, I got a lot of homeboys coaching it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about coaching, Quez?
I've been thinking about it. It's been in talks. Yeah. I definitely have had a couple offers. It's something I'm just really just thinking about, honestly, man. I got a lot going on myself. So I know that if I want to transition into that industry, like it ain't no different than playing. It's 2 feet in, you know what I mean?
Right. So talking about your transition out of sports, and how that's been for you.
It's been good, man. I'm gonna be honest. I got a few things going on as far as I'm like a contract guy as far as I got 2 different industries where I get them at. I got janitorial contracts as far as I help people build their companies. You got everybody. You got small janitorial companies trying to grow your company. I help get contracts in that lane, and I also help get contracts in the low voltage lane as far as like installing fire alarm speakers and cameras, etc. I don't really want to go too much in detail, you know what I mean? Just because it just I guess we learning when we kids, you feel me? You know what I mean? Keep your mouth closed, when you got your, you know what I mean? So I just part of how I operate, I don't promote it. I don't got nothing like that. I'm old school. I'm like, I like to sell my CD straight out the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I go straight to the people that I want to work with. You know what I mean? And I just try to keep it, low key. but working, if that makes
sure.
sense. Yeah.
For sure. Well, since you said you selling your CDs straight out the trunk.
Hey, you know that's my favorite.
Hey,
Yeah.
tell us some of your favorite music while you played ball. What was some shit that got you drunk, bro?
Yeah, I tell you what, I ain't gonna say I listen to a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? But hey, damn, man, I'm trying to think what was really just jumping. I definitely used to always listen to Lifestyle, and you know what I'm saying?
Young Thug lifestyle. Young Thug and Rich Homie.
Yo, back then that was cracking. I used to catch that for every game. It was just a couple of songs you just catch for every game, and then it make your hair stand up because you got to walk across campus, and then you come through the tunnel to where you go through the stadium just to get to our locker room. The stadium kind of already filling up. You're like, oh yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's out. You know what I mean? So, man. And I consider myself a music person. I can't even think of that, not for real. You know what I'm saying? But, we down south, so we got that booster going, of course. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. Some songs here. Just that good print work. But I don't know, man. Be honest, I can't really just think of that off the top of my head. But for sure, I know Lifestyle is what I used to bump, daily. I used to make sure I spend that at a certain time.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic. That's like one of Thug's best songs for sure.
Yeah.
What you listening to right now, bro?
For me? I'm a lot older, man. My ear, I like listening to music, is not so like, I'm a Currency, Larry June.
There you go. We was just talking about that.
Hey, he kept on the whole made 3 wheels and
That's what I'm talking about, Quiz. That's what I'm talking about.
Just going in the trash, dog.
You move, hey, Larry June.
You made different 3 wheels, Jay. Look at him smiling like a motherfucker. Happy ass nigga.
Hey, boy, we love Larry June the Currency.
We trying to tell him about that Currency.
Hey, Smooth, look at Bill sitting there. Hey, Smooth, look at Bill sitting there.
Yeah. But look, I like how Quinn said it though. It's a lifestyle. It's like a mature style music. Like that shit is
Currency 10 is crazy,
nice.
man.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't understand Currency, but once you get older and hear the stuff Currency be rapping about and just how he formulate bars and lines, man, that shit is crazy.
Currency,
he one of the best with the pen, man. Like
real.
Best with the pen, like it's crazy.
So, Quinn, my last question is this: as we, one of my last questions would be like, what you think about the? I know we was talking about post-career and stuff like that, and crazy, we own a podcast, but what you think about athletes now being vulnerable to the media, starting their own podcast, while they're in their career and post their career? What you think about that?
I am impressed with during the career. I think it takes a certain type of, person to be able to pull that out. Like I say, I ain't gonna say I'm a very private person, but to myself, I know for me, it just wouldn't, I wouldn't be able to pull it off. It's impressive though. I know that I just know whatever you do, it takes some effort and some consistency and some grind, you know what I'm saying? So what's the name? One of the best doing it, Draymond Green, as far as with his podcast and playing at the same time. I like just the way he handled it. That's smooth. Smart too, though, because especially while you're playing, people might not necessarily agree with it, but you got to kind of, like I said, it's the platform. So you got to kind of, take advantage of the platform you on. Because, once you off that platform, you know what I'm saying, whatever you done build or created, that's how you going to have a look. It gives you a better perspective. It can give you a legitimate point of view of what, kind of really would be going on. Just because a lot of it, even Stephen A., like my boy with there, somebody he the one with the script. You know what I'm saying? He got a certain, lane that he can stay in, a certain lane he can't go out of. He gonna have some good point of views, but it's gonna be mainly you know, what they want to talk about versus somebody else that's gonna be like, man, that's just a bunch of crap. You feel me? This is what it's really like. You know what I'm saying? That's why you hear me talk about, shoot, man, I'm in the NFL, man. I see people come in. I'm talking about fly you in, practice one day, roll your ankle, you're gone after practice. Like, it's real cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I done had Coach Tumler come to their locker room and say, hey, y'all told these boys all these lockers right here temporary. You know what I'm saying? Imagine getting ready for practice hearing that. You know what I mean? That's kind of it's nerve-wracking. It's just like you gotta have yourself together.
When you first got that check from the NFL, what was the first thing you purchased, bro?
Be like this. The first thing I did buy was a whip, and that's because I drove my Suburban from Ole Miss all the way to Pittsburgh, and then broke down.
Dang.
I was Suburban to practice every day, same way I had to Ole Miss, and man, this is a crazy story. I want to say the drive shaft when I was pressing the pedal, that boy wouldn't even go nowhere. I'm like, hey, man, I got to get an Uber. So they got me an Uber back to the crib. We all sitting around chicken, whatever. And I thought to myself, I said, man, I don't even know why I left the Suburban. I don't even know my way around here. You feel me? Yeah. And I ain't had no choice but to buy a whip. Man, I looked for the whip for about 2-3 weeks. I never found it to this day. I don't know what my Suburban is, man. Somewhere in Pittsburgh.
So what did you buy? What kind of car you bought, bro?
I had a Jaguar, man. Yup, Jaguar, man.
Okay,
XJ. I actually went to the lot for something different, and the dude, it was a guy that ordered it. He special ordered it, and he didn't like it, so they had to keep it. It had like 900 miles on it, man. Mm-hmm.
Still got it?
I ended up. Nah, I actually sold it for like 10,000 less than what I bought it for. I was going to the lot to give me a truck. You feel me? Shit, I still got my truck, same truck, and reverse. The dude that actually owned the lot was there, and he was like, "Man, I'll give you whatever. We negotiate back and forth." All right, I caught a ride home. I think I sold it. He gave me like 50 something, boy. I got up out of there. I was like, keep the truck too. I definitely ain't getting no more foreign cars. I probably spent anywhere from 6,500 to 10,000. Like my first year just on maintenance and just keeping it, you know what I'm saying, to where it needs to be.
Quiz, who you got for the college championship?
Oh man. I'm gonna make a crazy prediction. I'm gonna say I don't know if I could pick
or name the top 4 you got. The last 4 you think gonna be in.
Well, I gotta put Ole Miss in there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then man, the quarterback from Texas A&M, man.
He nice, ain't it?
I gotta see him some more action, but he's really nice, man, especially be a sophomore. When I'm evaluating quarterback, that's what I did at Ole Miss. Like it was 2 things I always did every week. I need a quarterback tape. I need to watch every time I need a quarterback tape, coach. And I need one thing colleges like to do is they take their best player and move them around. I said, like, for instance, we play at Alabama. I go now and say, man, I need a cut up of Amari Cooper every time they pass them the ball. I don't care if he caught it or not. That way I know, like, if he line up on this side of the field, he on the ball, and this guy off the ball, and this guy look like this. These are the only routes he ran out of this formation, if that makes sense. That's how I kind of study. For that quarterback, like, the way he's stepping up in the pocket, the things that he doing, you know, he almost like, you know, Joe Burrow, he was in college, you know what I mean? So, like, as long as he keep progressing, man, Texas A&M gonna be hard to beat these next couple of years.
You got Texas A&M, you got Ole Miss.
2 more, Quid.
You gotta put Indiana in there.
Okay.
The 4th one, I mean, I don't know. I mean, oh yeah, obviously Ohio State, you know.
Okay, I like that. Now, next question, Quiz.
He ain't fucking with you, Smooth?
Shit, nigga, I ain't fucking with Alabama like that neither. I don't believe them in it. They going to the championship. They got a tough ass.
Yeah, I think he's-
Right.
Right.
Now,
yeah,
Quay, what you think about that? What you think about that comeback win that they won against South Carolina? You think that's respectable?
That's what you have to do if you in that position.
Yeah.
You got to win those games.
Yeah.
You got to win them. I feel like I said, I just went to the Florida game. I ain't saying we was in that position, but, Florida was, they were giving us fits the whole game, man. You got to find a way to win.
Yeah, that's what we was telling
agree.
Daryl that yesterday. Like, bro, coming down from 30, I don't give a fuck who it is, nigga. You come down from 30 versus, you know what I'm saying, nigga, a Pee-wee team.
In one half.
In one half.
Like,
I don't care who the fuck it
that
is, nigga. That's some team building chemistry for real.
That's y'all saying it, bro.
I don't want to do it, but that boy almost looked like he got that Cam Newton magic a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
Dude,
So now,
hold on. I'm not talking about his game plan, but I'm talking about how he came in and changed the program and what he's doing. Like, I ain't saying that he Cam Newton, because Cam Newton was special. Can't nobody come do it. It ain't never gonna be done. But the way he coming, like that 30, that coming back from 30, I was like, oh, but this nigga special. He different.
Now, Quiz, who you think the best quarterback in college football?
I ain't gonna lie, that boy nice, man.
You like Texas A&M, huh? You like Reese? Okay.
I watched the quarterbacks. He looked professional, man. Just being honest, he looked like a pro. He a sophomore. You feel me?
Nice too.
That's dangerous, man.
What you think about Ole Miss quarterbacks? They got two good ass quarterbacks. I don't know how they be doing that. Like,
what brings back a transfer quarterback? Like our quarterback, for instance, our quarterback transferred from a D2. He was chilling on the bench. Somebody got hurt, and now he started. And I mean, the kid's finna mess around and get drafted.
Yeah,
he's making the throws, man. That he making the throws.
Hey, but to that point though, Quiz, I think that's one thing that people don't talk about, bro. I think when you talk about D2 and you talk about D1 athletes, I think all skill positions, anybody could play those skills positions when you talk about D2 and D1. I think it's the trenches that's the difference. But when you talk about a quarterback, if you give a quarterback like Buddy, because I think he played someone called Ferris State in Detroit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But if you get that man the right offensive line, you get that man the right receivers, he can do anything that's, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but people don't talk about
and
that.
That's my whole point. What I'm saying, like, we just got to get these kids to school. Like, it don't really matter. You could transfer up.
Yeah.
But like, we gotta figure out a way to facilitate them to these other schools outside of the norm that we know, on the coast.
Yeah. For sure.
Cause I gotta get your contact too, bro. Cause we gonna do some good work together. Cause I'm trying to put an initiative for mental health and athletes together. I gotta get your contact, bro. That's gonna be love.
Yeah, for sure. Cause I'm real interested in, for sure 2026, I'm gonna be doing a lot of just a lot of work, within the community and different things like that. I just been kind of sit back quiet over the last 2 years, 3 years. So just seeing cause sometimes you think you helping, you know what I'm saying? And you're not. So I just be, I done had those different situations where I felt like I was helping, but I'm like, all right, this not really truly helping. Like, what's really truly help? You know what I'm saying? So I think that connecting those overlooked players with some of these other colleges don't be a big thing. Because you can go to school, man. It's about sports too, but just being on that platform, you might meet somebody, you know what I'm saying, and go from there. Good job, good start in life, just anything, you know what I mean? I think more life than about, the sports. Sports just kind of come with.
Well, speaking of sports, I was just gonna say, like, outside of football, like, what's something that you're most proud of, bro?
Man, I guess you have to be very generic. I would just say, your kids, man. Just growing up, seeing them grow up, and just be on a path to be better than what you was, as far as not just sports, but just people in life. You know what I mean?
Right. Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Just thinking, how smart your kids be, and just how they develop, as far as I ain't, some of the things my kids say, I be shocked and surprised they even, think that way. You know what I mean? Like, even my son, he got a brighter future than I do just because of, the position he in. You know what I'm saying? He's super smart. Like right now he on track. So when he graduate high school, he can be sophomore at college. You know what I mean? He already had him from 2 years in. I told him that's going to be the most important thing you do. So you be a junior in college or whatever else, you mainly can just focus on, doing what you need to do on the field. You know what I mean? And he always, I think when he, they just finished football, they actually won the Super Bowl this year. He had a pretty good season, but I just be more excited when he scored real high, like on his test scores and different things like that. Like, I know one of the scores, he was, top 97% nationally or top 3% or something like that. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
It mainly be those.
Wow, bro. That was up,
So, man, just, seeing them progress, the way that you, want them to.
So, bro, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, bro. But, man, we'll appreciate
so my
you,
last
bro.
question, Quiz. I'm fucking with you.
God damn, I'm about to say that was the perfect ending too. Dink gonna fuck it up. Like, hey,
I had to fuck with you there.
Well, nah, bro, we'll appreciate you, bro. That was really special, bro. And
Top thinking about me. You know what I mean?
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
yes, sir.
So I'm like, man, Hoodie Boy affiliate, feel me? I saw you with my hoodie on. I was like, man, I smile when I thought of
Hey, you see me? You see me? You see me? You see me?
All day. Yeah, you be affiliate, man. You already know. You family.
Hey,
For sure.
ain't a lot,
Family.
so man, I used to be third leg, but I used to be talking so much jump, boy. You used to take off, boy. I used to be like, hey, watch the first leg. I say, ain't gonna lie to y'all, boy. I say, it's over with and then he make the sound of, be like, yeah. I say, there you go, y'all. It's over with. And I have all the third leg. And I'm a sophomore, so I'm the third leg. You feel me? Who was I? I felt Marquez was I,
Second.
ankle leg.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Tez was second. Oh, we had Tez second?
Hey, what you think you running in the 40 right now?
Oh, no. Hey, I for sure about a 4 stick, 4 cell, you know what I'm saying?
That's still nice though. That's still nice.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man.
That's I appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll appreciate you. That was episode 35 of the Phone Home Podcast. Stay tuned, man.
Like,
Y'all be easy.